Hi and welcome to Dynamic DCUO. Wind here, and today we're going to run around with Voltage Flash, and we're going to look at electricity and super speed together. Now, as you can see, I'm only 279. I've got 184 skill points. My artifacts are not bought up; they're all under 60. But let's go ahead and look at the loadout. Now, I like to use static push, even though I don't generally use the supercharge. I still like that it knocks them down and pushes them away, and of course, the electrostatic bomb pulls everything together. Now the spark barrage does a lot of damage, especially up close to multiple targets. The ionic drain is, I like the beams, the finishers. And then we have the vortex trap, which comes from super speed, which is just a lot of fun for those of us who like that power set. And of course the shield flux is always great because it pushes people back. Now I'm going to run through the basic version of this new Birds of Prey solo because I can't do the higher level one with this character. But let's go ahead and see how the power works out. I've always enjoyed playing this particular loadout here. And super speed does offer you more than just the vortex that I'm going to use. It offers a couple other powers that are directly related to the flash. So if you're really into the flash character itself, you might want to look into those a little bit more. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now obviously I won't do the whole solo, I'll cut through different parts. Now one of the big problems people have had with certain powers in electricity is it can be quite blinding, especially if you're zoomed in. I am not using most of those powers. But it is something to keep in mind, just like ice and quantum can get a little bit blinding depending on your viewpoint in the game, or if you're just sensitive to, lots of flashing. But the static push, besides knocking stuff down and getting your, in my case, polarization going, and then using the bomb to pull everything together works quite nicely. You have your warp barrage, which hits multiple targets, and up close it hits really fast, low power cost, so it's great. But I do really just love running around the bad guys and stunning them with the super speed power. That's just a lot of fun to watch. Now, the supercharges with this power set, there are a couple really nice ones, but I just don't use a lot of supercharges personally. However, definitely worth checking out if it's something you like to use a lot of. Now, as you can see here on the boss fight, I'm not even going to use my orbital or my backup right now. I'm going to save them for Lobo at the end. And this loadout does a great job of handling multiple targets or single targets, which is one of the reasons I like it. But again, we're never OP here on this channel. We're all about kind of the most bang for the buck, having a lot of fun, looking cool, as well as or playing with powers that look cool that we enjoy watching. It's all about having fun here. Now you can also notice here the vortex trap where I run around the guys. That does a good job of stunning them, but it will also interrupt them a lot of times, like with the beam, and also with Lobo it can interrupt what he's doing. So that's something to keep in mind, because a lot of times it's hard to interrupt a boss, and this is one power that does a pretty nice job of it. Now this also happens to have one of my favorite shields in the game, because not only does it push people away from you, but it also directs damage back at them. So anytime I can damage them and help keep them off me, it's a great thing. So you'll notice I tend to start with a shield if I'm going up against a boss, or even a big group, before I ever even dive in. And though the shield and static push both knock them away from me, then I pull them back together with the next power, the electrostatic bomb, and then can go to run around them with the vortex or hit them with the warp barrage, depending on the group size or just what I feel like doing. So that's something else to keep in mind, is just like with any other power set, the order you use the powers in sometimes will change depending on the need or just what you want to do. But it also does matter greatly, because like with this one, you want to go ahead and push them away from you, then pull them back together, and then you can go into your either warp barrage or running around them with the vortex trap or whatever else you're going to use for a group attack. Now there are also a variety of tac mods that are great for electricity, so definitely make sure you don't overlook those. They're a great help, just like with all power sets. Well, and as you can see, in this easier version I had no problem taking care of either boss. Now that might be a little harder with the full version, but I've been playing this character with this power set, or with this loadout, exactly this loadout, for a long time. And it's just never been a problem, so I really like the loadout. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this loadout. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and click like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to stay notified. Leave us some comments or some suggestions. We'd love to see your loadouts. We're always open to new things. We're always trying out different loadouts and playing with things, even if we come back to our old favorites. But anyway, as I said, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy gaming.